Hello, my geometry students. How are you guys? I hope you had a great 3-day weekend and ready to finish out the year on a good note. We're going to talk about areas of parallelograms and triangles. We can find the perimeters and areas of parallelograms and find perimeter and areas of triangles. So that's our objectives for today. And here is the area of a triangle. This is how you find it. And I'm not sure if this is in your packet. You probably already know this, but it's going to be just base times height. And one thing to remember about the height is that it's always going to be the altitude, meaning it forms that 90 degrees. Okay, that's how you find the height of any shape. So let's look at this example down here. We want to find the perimeter. Well, the perimeter with a parallelogram, we know the parallelogram has congruent sides. So we know this is going to be 10 inches, this side BC, and then AB is also going to be 4 inches. So when we add those up, it looks like we're going to have 20 plus 8. It looks like we're going to have 28 inches when we add those all up. Now the area is base times height, right up here, base times height. So we're going to take 10 times 5. A big mistake I see a lot of my students make is they take 10 times 4. 4 is not the height of the parallelogram because it is not an altitude. It does not go from one side to the other at 90 degrees. So the area then is going to be 50 inches squared. And remember, area is two-dimensional. So here are our two answers. And again, the height is 5 and the base is 10. So you always want to find that height. Let's look at this parallelogram, this example. And why don't you pause the video and see if you can do this on your own. So this is what you should get for the perimeter, is 76 centimeters. Now what did you guys do for the area? Well, the area, we know we have the base. The base is going to be 21. So we know we're going to have 21, but we have to figure out what the height is. So we're missing h here. So how can you figure out the height? Hopefully you guys did the Pythagorean theorem to find that. So when you do that, you end up with 64 plus h squared equals 289. And so h squared equals 225. So h is going to be 15. So then it's going to be 21 times 15. So your area is going to be 315 centimeters squared. So hopefully you got that for your answer for area. If you didn't, you can ask me a question tomorrow. Now we have the area of a triangle, our second objective. Here's the area of a triangle, which you all know, I'm sure. Half base times height, or base times height divided by 2, however you want to write it, it's up to you. I know different teachers teach it different ways. And if you want to write it in your packet, you can. So find the area and perimeter of this triangle right here. So if you notice, we have a height because we have the altitude here. The height of this triangle is 30 inches, and we had to extend the base a little bit. Okay, we had to extend the base a little bit. I'm going to find the area first, and I'll show you here in a little bit why I'm going to do that. It's going to be, remember, it's base times height divided by 2. Now the base is just 19. This is your base right here. This is not the whole base because we just want to find the area of this shaded part of the triangle. So the base is 19. Your height is where it forms a 90 degrees, so this would be 30 inches, and we're going to divide by 2. So that ends up being 570 divided by 2, and we end up with 285 inches squared. So again, always looking for that 90-degree mark to find that height. And that's just the way it is in geometry. Just finding that altitude is always going to be our height. Okay, so now we want to find the perimeter, and it looks like with the perimeter we're missing this side right here. So again, how can we find that? Well, let's take the Pythagorean theorem. 27 squared plus 30 squared equals h squared And when we do that, you should end up with H being about 40.4. And you guys can go ahead and check that, make sure you get that same thing. And so when we add that all up, we add them all together, 40.4 plus 19 plus 41, okay, is going to be about 100.4 inches. Okay, so that's how you find the area of a triangle. Okay, to make sure you have the sound on, I have a question for you, or an answer, or a secret fact about me. I'm the oldest of 2 sisters and a brother. That's what I'm going to ask you tomorrow. So I'm the oldest of 2 sisters and a brother. Oldest of 4. Okay, so area is base times height divided by 2 of a triangle. We have, or excuse me, we don't have a triangle here. We had that triangle. I got messed up there for a minute. So base times height, we have a parallelogram. So if we know that this is our area, 148, and we know our base is 8, and our height is unknown. So if we divide by 8, x is going to be 18.5 meters. Can't forget our label. So that's the type of problems you're going to be doing. I think it's kind of a review from what you guys have had in the past. So if you have any questions, make sure you guys ask. Otherwise, that's all I have for you. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Bye-bye.